Hi everyone, my name is Haley. I'm a senior here at USC studying fashion merchandising, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the SWOT analysis that I did on a local boutique here in Columbia, South Carolina. So I did my SWOT analysis at Vestique. It is located in 5 Points, Columbia, South Carolina, and I did it on October 8th at 2 p.m. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that I saw and evaluated during my experience at Vestique. So the strengths of the store. I really took about 6 great main points that I found of Vestique during my experience. So the first one was great customer service. The moment that I walked in the store, I thought that the employees really offered me kind of a helping hand. They were very helpful. They greeted me at the door. They were asking numerous of questions if I was looking for a specific item. Can I have a refreshment? Do you need any helpful advice on the outfits that you're trying on? Overall, I think the employees are very, very helpful. The next one that I saw for the strengths of Vestique was the racks were all very categorized and spread out. So if I was looking for a particular item such as pants or a certain sweater, it would have been really helpful for me to go to that certain rack because they were all categorized and they're all very spread out. So it was very, very easy to look at an item. Next, I thought it was very, very easy to navigate throughout the store. The layout is very neat and clean and very easy to kind of walk around and shop. I didn't think that there was too much merchandise in the store or too less. It looked empty. I think it was a great balance. Next, I think the atmosphere was very light and airy and clean. It didn't feel dirty or dark and it was just all in all a very great atmosphere to walk in and great first impression. And lastly, for the strengths, I really thought that the location of the store was definitely beneficial because the location is a high traffic area. It's in 5 Points, so there is a lot of people kind of going to the restaurants and bars throughout the day, so you get a lot of that incoming traffic and potential customers walking next to the store, so that is definitely beneficial for Vestique being in that location. Next, for the weaknesses, I kind of really highlighted about 4 or 5 main weaknesses that I thought that Vestique could really work on. So first off, I think that just looking at the merchandise, the prices were a little bit high. I do think that can be a weakness for sure because there are local boutiques in the area and they do offer lower prices, so that could potentially hurt sales and lose customers having a little bit overpriced items. Next, I do think the racks upstairs in the sale ITEC were very overstocked and crowded and cluttered, so maybe in the near future they can kind of declutter that and not have it so overwhelming because it was very, very overwhelming to go upstairs and it kind of looked like there wasn't any effort to kind of help organize or clean the racks. Next, I do think that the main weakness that I saw in Vestique was the window displays. The window displays were lacking eye appeal a majority because they are located on a corner, so they have the whole left side of their store, their front, and then all on the right side, all windows. it's very open. So they have tremendous amount of opportunities to have an amazing visual window display, but I think that is very, very lacking. So I just know that before I walked in the store, I didn't think that there was any eye appeal. They could have definitely worked on putting their best merchandise that they have and putting it on those mannequins. So that's definitely something that they should work on in the near future. Next, I think that the jewelry and accessories were extremely cluttered. They were kind of categorized all throughout the store. So if I was looking for a certain bracelet or certain earring, that would have been very, very hard for me to navigate and find because they were kind of all throughout the store, not in just one particular section. So maybe they should have a kind of just a nice display of all the accessories and jewelry, such as like belts and purses, clutches, and all of the earrings and necklaces together instead of kind of just on mismatched tables, because that's very, very hard to kind of look at when you're trying to piece together an outfit. And lastly, I think even though the location is very ideal for a boutique because it brings in a lot of high traffic from the other kind of bars and restaurants from people going to and walking around, I do think that if someone is traveling and kind of looking for Vestique, it is hard to navigate and find because the parking is not the best. And there is a monument right outside of Vestique, so it's kind of hard to really see the sign. So that is one thing that is lacking, but I don't think that they can really help the monument outside of their store or the parking, but that can really affect the store when customers are driving and they can't find that. Next, for the opportunities. So there wasn't a lot of opportunities that I really found, but I'm going to highlight a couple that I really thought were the best. So the main one that I really thought was to improve the visual displays. So I think the employees should really invest in having more thought out merchandising, because I think the window displays, the display when you walk in on the table, I think that display near the counter, I think all of those could definitely be worked on to have an amazing merchandise table and window displays to attract those potential customers. Next, so I think that the racks categorize was a great technique, but also having color coordinated racks would be an amazing opportunity for them, because they could potentially mix it in with the season. So like winter is here, so what if someone is looking for more of red and green and white pieces? They would all kind of be together in that color coordinated rack. So I think that's a great idea for them to have. Also, throughout my experience at Vestique, I was trying on clothes in the fitting room, and the fitting room curtains did not close all the way, and they were very, very dirty at the bottom. So I think an opportunity for them to have was to invest in fitting room doors that would upscale their boutique, that would also have more privacy for the customers when they're trying on clothes, and I think that would really help a lot to invest in that. And lastly, I think that the sale attic. There's a sale attic upstairs in the store, but there is really no clarification or sign that it is a part of the store. There's kind of just stairs to the side. So I think that there definitely needs to be kind of more of a sign, and maybe employees to tell customers every now and then, hey, go check out the stairs upstairs. They're all sale items, because I didn't know when I was walking in the stairs were connected to the store. And lastly, the threats. So there was only two that I really thought that could really be threatening for the store. So the first one was the economy. So having a boutique here in Columbia, South Carolina, when the economy is suffering, that is ultimately just going to overall hurt your sales because customers aren't going to frequently come in the store as often when the economy is suffering. So that's going to automatically hurt your sales for each year. And next, the competitors in the area. I really do think there's about 4 or 5 local boutiques in 5 Points competing against Vestique. So that really is threatening for them because they are both targeting the same customers and they are having kind of the similar merchandise and that same price range. So that is definitely threatening for them. So Vestique really needs to have that competitive advantage in order to stand out and attract all of those customers. So all in all, I think that Vestique really offered me a great first impression. They really had amazing strengths. I do think that the strengths really outweighed the weaknesses and threats and opportunities of the store. So all in all, I think that the shopping experience that I had at Vestique was amazing, and I would definitely recommend it to my friends and family, and I would definitely come back in the near future. Thanks for watching.